I reach up and hammer with my fist. The heavy doors muffle the sound, but a middle-aged man walking past with a scrawny little dog on a lead looks around and grins. "You won't rouse anyone in there, love," he calls cheerfully. I try to frame a question, but he's gone. The light is fading, and I'm cold. All I want is to go home. Home. Our beautiful, quiet apartment with a view over the water, even a prized glimpse of the harbour bridge. Home, where it is always warm on these chilly winter days as the sun streams over the balcony onto the well-worn rug in the living room. Richard will be watching the ferries and fidgeting in his armchair opposite mine, waiting for me to get home so he can take the white wine out of the fridge and pass me a glass, anxious to tell me about his day. We moved into the apartment as soon as the conversion was finished, bringing only what we needed. We shed our old lives with the old furniture, and the project steadied us and gave us a future. Things have felt strange today ever since I fell into a reverie at the bus stop and looked up dreamily. My attention attracted by a noisy bunch of schoolgirls who were jostling their way to the front of the line. I recognized one of them, or thought I did. A solemn little thing in her too long checked dress and private school hat, and I started racking my brain for her name. Vanessa? Veronica? She was quite friendly with Claire in the early years, and I used to chat with her mother in the playground while they ran around shrieking. Samantha. That was it. I gave her a tentative smile, but she turned away, expressionless. Then I realized how silly I was being. I'd spent too long browsing pointlessly through the city shops, then losing myself in the film, and my brain was fogged with tiredness. Any friend of Claire's would be in her early 30s by now, not a flower-faced schoolgirl. When I got onto the bus, the card reader was nowhere to be found. People were pushing past me and taking up the last of the seats. In desperation, I thrust some coins at the driver, and to my surprise he accepted them and even gave me an old-fashioned paper ticket. On the journey, I didn't pay much attention to the world around me. When I glanced out the window to see how far we'd come, the surroundings were familiar, but at the same time, disorientating. I usually press the button to stop the bus just after I see the brightly lit clothes shop on the corner, but for some reason, this time I didn't spot it. But it was certainly the right bus. I remember passing the supermarket on the right and feeling glad I didn't have to get off to buy food. Julian called me this morning to say that he and Francoise won't be coming to dinner after all. I would have loved to see them, and they're enchanting little girls, but I'll welcome a quiet night. And to be honest, Richard gets a bit grumpy when the twins come on weeknights, tired from a full day at preschool and inclined to be naughty. Richard. Whatever strange thing has happened to our building, I know he's at home waiting for me. He can come down and let me in. I pull out my phone to call him, but there's no signal. A feeling of dread is growing inside me. I walk past our building to where the street finishes at a barricade with a view over the harbour lower down, and sit on the bench that's thoughtfully provided there, looking back up the street. Lights show in a few of the houses, but the windows of our building remain dark. There's something different about the street, but I can't put my finger on it. I have a feeling some of the houses are the wrong colour, and maybe some of the front gardens are not quite right, either too lush or not lush enough. This is what dementia would be like. Could it be that I'm much older than I think, and things have changed around me, but I'm fixated on the way they were in the past? In this unfathomable future, our apartment building has